I go to Guilford College, class of 2019.
So tell me a little about your tennis background, like what inspired your love for the sport?
I love tennis. My grandma and I used to watch tennis all the time, like in high school and in middle school. And that was like a thing that we like to do together. But I didn't really start playing until college because I was playing lacrosse for a while. But I really wanted to do something new and like outside of lacrosse. So I had chose like tennis and trying to like work on playing that. So
what brought you to Guilford College?
I really liked the school. It was really pretty. And like I wanted something that was like a little smaller because I was like looking at bigger schools, but I just like didn't really like the vibe of some of the big schools like when I was touring or like just looking at stuff, because it just like felt really like impersonal, like, and there's so many people there, and like it just like it seemed really cool to go to like a smaller school and like kind of figure out what I wanted to do, because I didn't really know what I wanted to do either when I came to school. So I thought like going to a liberal arts school would be like a nice way to like figure out what I wanted.
What are you studying here at Guilford?
I'm a philosophy major and an IT minor, and just like straight up philosophy though. No like tracks or anything, just learning about that.
Okay. So what inspired your love for music?
I loved playing like instruments. Like it felt like that was what I should be doing. Like I would like want to get better at an instrument, and like I listened to so much music. So like those two things made me really want to like try and do more with like music and like playing more stuff and just like practicing a lot. When I would listen to some music, I would just like really want to like recreate it, and that was like something I would try to do.
So you make music as well. How'd you start doing that?
Well, in high school, I used to like play around with some programs, some free stuff though, because I did not want to buy anything. Like Ableton and those type of stuff is like $900 sometimes.
Oh,
like
wow.
they're very expensive. So I would get like free stuff online and just try and like make something. And like when I was in 8th grade, my teacher in my band class made us do like produce a song or like record a song or whatever, and I made that and put it on YouTube, which was not great, but like I thought it was so fun, so I tried to do it in high school too. I uploaded like a couple of songs, but just for fun. So I got into like wanting to do that again. Like in college, I would like make stuff, but then I would just keep it to myself, and I was like, why am I keeping it to myself when I can like put it out there? So I started putting it out there.
So how long does it usually take you to make a song?
Sometimes I'll make them in a day, which like if I'm really like, if I hear something, I'll sit there and make it for the day. Like I'll come back from class and make it, I'll stay up and make it until it's done. And then like the next day, because I tend to stay up really late. So like if I do work on a song, I'll stay up like really late, and I'll be like, oh, I want to upload this now, but like just for like I shouldn't, and I'll like go to sleep and wake up. I'll edit and make sure like it sounds good, and then I'll upload it. So like it usually takes like a day or two, or it can take like 2 months. It depends, but most of the time it takes like a couple of days. Like if I get an idea, like I'll just constantly work on it until like I'm like, I guess I can't focus on anything else. So usually like yeah, a short amount of time.
So how would you describe your music?
Definitely more like, it's definitely more chill than like most things that people, I don't know, like it's kind of electronic, it's kind of indie, it's kind of like, it's laid back. It's definitely laid back, I would say. Like, even like remixes and stuff are usually like the more chill version of other stuff. Like, I don't know. It's never been like super like hype, like dance music.
Yeah.
I love listening to that stuff, but I don't think like my brain could make that, which is fine. But yeah, I think like it's more like a chill type of vibe.
Well, who are your biggest influences?
There's some like electronic music people that I really like. Odessa is one of them. Like their shows are really hype and fun, and like their songs are not like super like they're not like super dubsteppy or like super loud or anything like that, but they're like at the same time like people go out for their songs, like
right.
So they're very like influential because like they make like sometimes like really orchestral like big electronic tracks, and like people will go all out for them. And like I would also say like there's a DJ called San Holo, and he like makes very like chill, like he makes chill music, and he does make like bops too, but like he at the same time he makes like whatever he's feeling, and I really appreciate that because some people always try to sound the same.
So we did a little stalking on your social media page and found out that you were doing a show in LA. How did that come about?
Someone is on tour right now. Her name is Evie, and she's very big, at least to me. Like she has like 55K on SoundCloud or however many, and she's on like since she's on tour, her tour manager wanted to do a shout out for all the like chill music producers, and like he wanted to do a big show in LA. He thought that would be a great place to do it, and like he had like followed me on Twitter beforehand and like have heard some of my music, and someone had like submitted one of my tracks under like a tweet that he had said for like good people to open, and he had like listened and emailed me like later on and had said like, hey, I want you to like do the opener for the show. And I was super hype about it because like it's a really big show. It has like some amazing people on it, and like it's gonna be about like 8 performers or so. So it's gonna be a bigger type of like show than you would think. Like I don't know, I was very excited about it though, and it's coming up really soon. So yeah, I'm really excited.
That's cool. So what's going to be your role in the show?
Since I'm like producing my own music, I'll probably be like a DJ. So it'll probably do a DJ set, because live sets involve like instruments, but they don't like the way we're doing it. I think there's going to be like DJ set. So I'll have to DJ some of my music and like get a feel, like I'm gonna have to figure out a track list and get a feel of like what kind of show I want to put on, like from start to finish, which I think is going to be hard to like know what songs that you should like put up that's yours and like sound good for the show at the same time, and like for what you want at the same time. It's going to be challenging, yeah.
So is there any way for your followers to hear your performance or watch your performance?
I was gonna try and see if like we could, I think my sister's coming with me, she's trying to record, and I think the tour people will also be recording. But I'll probably put like snippets on Instagram and stuff, and like maybe on Facebook, but I don't know how to get a whole thing on there. I think I'll have to like cut and paste and just like try and maybe I'll put something on my YouTube, and like cut and paste like some of the recording and try and like edit it that way, and so that they can see some of it.
Do you have any other performances lined up?
I was supposed to play in San Francisco over the summer. I'm not sure what date that's gonna be, but it's probably gonna be late July for a music festival, and then yeah, I think that's the only other one right now, but that's in a bit, so I have some time, but at the same time I'll have to actually know what I'm wanting to play. I'm not sure yet.
So what do you plan on doing with this talent in the future?
I have no idea. I mean, I have like, so far I have like a Spotify account, and like to get a Spotify you have to get verified, and like they pay, like I have a distributor that pays me for Spotify, so like I'll get paid for it and like maybe do more shows, and like the hope is that I would be able to do this for like a career path. And like after school, I'm hoping that in the future I can just like play and like do and just like do this and like basically just make music and do shows and maybe do some songwriting. I got a songwriting credit and like maybe do some like songwriting there and stuff like that.
So what do you hope your followers or listeners?
I just hope that like they understand why I like to make stuff. I just like want them to feel like it's some easy listening, something they want, I don't know, something they want to listen to. I got a message on SoundCloud the other day and from someone who said like, you know, I don't know if you ever read this or whatever, but like you're like, I listen to your music all the time, like it's really calming for me when I have a bad day. Like that's really like, it makes you feel good. Like I really want them to like feel like they can listen on a bad day and like feel good about it, so.
Cool. Okay, one last question. Songs that you've made, which one is your favorite?
I think my favorite is probably In Love, just because like that was the one that was like my favorite to make, and I think it was like the song that helped me like figure out where my sound's at. I have no idea where my sound's at, but like if there's something that like that song like really makes me feel like that's kind of where my sound is, and that like I'm starting to find it. And it was like one of the more recent songs I made, and like it's something I know like I really like one of my songs if I can listen to it, because like that's a song that like if it came on in a playlist I'd be like, wow, that's my song, like that makes me feel good, like that's so like that song is probably my favorite. My artist name is North Dakota. It's like that everywhere. It's a T-A-K-O-D-A. And I had to spell it different to be different. I mean anywhere, like Spotify, SoundCloud.